Hi guys, I'm Caitlin and this is Book Chats. You're going to see me wearing the same outfit in 3 videos because my video setup is finally working again, and so I want to quick film all the tags that I'm behind on, and also I filmed my wrap up on my camera on my phone. So I have been behind a little bit in watching videos, so I was tagged by a couple people at the beginning of April and I didn't know until about a week ago, so I'm going to do those today. So I'm going to start with the Would You Rather tag BookTube edition. I was tagged by the wonderful and lovely April from April Sarah. I'm so grateful to have been tagged by her, and this tag was created by Rachel and Katie from Ray K Books, who are apparently, from their info, actually from Minneapolis, which is really exciting because I just moved back to Minnesota. And this is like any kind of game of Would You Rather. It's a series of 10 questions and you have to pick one or the other. So the first question is, would I rather read only trilogies or standalones? Even though I really enjoyed a lot of trilogies that I've read, I would definitely much rather read standalones, largely because I don't want to give up reading nonfiction, and nonfiction is 99.9% standalones. Would I rather read only female or male authors? This is tricky because I have a lot of books I really, really love that have male authors, like Dara Tolkien and James Herriot and several other authors that I've really loved, but right now I'm kind of really annoyed and sick and tired of reading poorly written females and also like in male perspectives, and I feel like I have read in general better female characters from female authors, so I'm gonna say read only female authors, although that makes me pretty insular, and it also is gonna be really tricky when it comes to nonfiction because I mean, I don't want to give up Laura Hillenbrand, but there's a lot of great nonfiction authors who are male, so would I rather shop at Barnes & Noble or Amazon? I don't buy a ton of books, and when I do buy them, I frequently buy them secondhand or from used bookstores or from small independent bookstores that I really like and enjoy. I try to patronize them, be a patron of them. But I'm not opposed to buying books at Barnes & Noble, and I'm generally, I mean, it's tricky because I'm slightly more opposed to Amazon in general than I am to Barnes & Noble, but I'm more likely to buy them used, and there's more used books on Amazon than there are in Barnes & Noble, so I'm going to have to say Amazon, but really, I would just go for indie bookstores. I have a favorite in a couple different cities. Would I rather all books become movies or TV shows? I don't have to watch them, right? Because there are definitely some movies and some TV shows that are not very good that are based on books. But there's also some movies and TV shows that are very good, and sometimes the movie or the TV show is better. I'm going to say movie because I just feel like there's a lot of really good TV out there, and even if the TV shows based on books weren't there, there would still be good TV, but there's a lot of really good movies that are based on books, and I don't know if that's even what the question's asking, but whatever. That's what I'm going with. Would I rather read 5 pages per day or 5 books per week? Definitely 5 books per week. I don't know. I mean, this is assuming I could read 5 books per week, and it'd be hard because that's like so much knowledge in your brain, but only reading 5 pages per day, that's like, I have a book that I read daily, and I read like 5 pages in that every day, and so that would be the only book I could read. Except, are audiobooks a loophole here? Because if audiobooks are a loophole, and I could like listen to audiobooks even though I only read 5 pages per day, maybe I would do that one then. I'm not sure, guys. But we're gonna go with 5 books per week. We're halfway done. Would I rather be a professional reviewer or author? Can I say neither? Like, I don't really have writing aspirations, especially in the fiction world. I don't have this like amazing imagination that the rest of you do, and I really hate sitting alone all day and like typing. But I really don't feel I'm very good at reviewing yet, and reviews are really hard. Can I just be a professional like book discussion person? I guess that's not an option, so I'm gonna say professional reviewer, but hopefully that means my reviews would shape up a little. Would I rather only read my top 20 favorite books over and over, or always read new ones that I haven't read before? Always read new ones that I haven't read before. I'm not a huge rereader. I realize in my wrap-up for April I talked about how I reread a book and it was really amazing and I was really grateful, but I don't reread books super often, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, because I've really been trying to get my to-be-read pile down a lot, and rereading books doesn't really help with that. And it also doesn't help towards my Goodreads goal. So definitely going to have to go with read new ones on here. And I also really like to be on the cutting edge and be the person who recommends things to my friends and to other people. And if I only read my favorite 20 books over and over, I wouldn't be able to do that, and I wouldn't be able to have new conversations about books, new books with people. Would I rather be a librarian or a bookseller? Definitely a bookseller. Librarians, A, terrify me. B, if I was a librarian, I'd have to hang out with them more. And C, they are public servants, and they have to deal with a lot of really, scary crap from people, guys. I have a friend who worked in a library for a while. I guess she technically still works in a library, and she has dealt with some serious messed up stuff because libraries are public servants and the public comes in, and it's not just the normal public, and they can't necessarily kick you out unless you really are doing something really crazy. 2 more questions. Would I rather only read my favorite genre or every genre except my favorite? This, I guess, implies that I have a favorite genre, and I'm not sure if I do. So I'm going to say every genre except my favorite, assuming that I have a favorite genre. I clearly currently don't read exclusively in that genre because it would make me crazy not to be able to read many different genres. I like to be able to read a variety of things, sometimes in the mood for one thing, sometimes I'm not. It's one of the reasons I don't do a video for you every month telling you what I'm going to read that month, because I honestly don't know until I pick it up. A third of my bookshelf, when I rearranged my books, I realized are books I haven't read, and I could really pick up any of them during the month of May and read them. So the sum total being, I don't stick to one genre. It would really, really annoy me to stick to one genre, so it's definitely going to have to be every genre except my favorite. The final question, would I rather only read physical books or ebooks? This is a really tough one, guys. I really enjoy physical books. I like them for just the way they feel and look, and when I own them and I'm okay with it, I like making comments in them. But the thing is that a lot of the books, I read in 3 different formats pretty consistently because I want to have access to more books because I get most of my books from the library. And so sometimes you can only get a book in hardcover, and sometimes you can only get a book in large print, and sometimes you can only get one time I could only get a book in large print, and I was like, fine, I'm going to read it in large print. Sometimes you can only get it in audiobook, sometimes you can only get it in an ebook. So I would be sad to be remove one of those formats, but I'm gonna have to go with ebooks because I can always make comments in them whether they're from the library or not. They're super, super portable, and if I'm traveling or moving, I just had to move a ton of books, and I spent a lot of money moving my books halfway across the country, and if all of my books were ebooks and all of the books that I read were ebooks, then all I would have to move is my little Kindle, which is this small, guys. It's amazing. So I'm gonna have to go with ebooks. So that was the Would You Rather Tag BookTube Edition 1.0. There's a 2.0 going around now that I'm not tagged in. Thank you again to April for tagging me. Her video is going to be down below, as is the original tag video. I am actually not going to tag anyone in this video because it is so much later from when I was tagged. I just don't want to mess everything up, but I do want to say if you haven't done this tag yet and you'd like to do it, go ahead. And also, I know that often people will say that and you'll be like, whatever, I don't know, it's not me. So I'm going to say 2 things. Number 1, if you have never been tagged before, you are tagged right now for this video. Go do it. Number 2, if you've never been tagged before, let me know in a comment, in an email, on Twitter, and I will put you on my list and try to tag you by name or channel identifier in the next time I do a tag video apart from the one I'm filming right after this. Anyway, so I also would love to hear your thoughts on these questions below, what you would pick, whether or not you think my picks are crazy, just let me know. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye!